Hey everybody, we're back at it again today with the second tutorial in our wooden floor tutorial series. Um, so let's get right into it. I'm going to start by taking our ambient occlusion, our height, and our normal map, dragging them a little bit closer to this blend file, and I'm actually going to make them into a little frame because we're not going to do anything more with them, and we're just going to call it normal height AO. That's it. So we have our base color and our roughness still to do, which is the main things that we're going to be working on today. So for starters, actually, let's move this is roughness, yeah. Let's move the height map down to here. And let's go ahead and just delete that. Sorry, the base color, not the height map. So we're going to start with two uniform colors. I'm just going to copy them really quickly. I'm going to pick kind of a brown value, and then I'm going to turn that, oh, that looks terrible. Let's turn the saturation down quite a bit and then turn that up. That's going to be light brown. This one's going to be a dark brown. I'm going to back up the saturation just a little bit. I think that's pretty good. Base color we can put way out over there. We're going to blend. We're going to blend that on top with that on the bottom. We're going to take this and plug it into the opacity. Let's see. No, we're going to take this, our wood grain, and blend it in with the opacity. Yeah, that's a lot better. There we go. Let's see. Think real dark like that, and then this one you might want to play with a bit just to get it exactly the way you want. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's starting to look a little bit like wood grain. We're going to plug that into the base color, and holy, it already looks pretty good. So from there, we're going to quickly call that base color. I actually find this to be fine. You can do more work on this, make it look even more realistic, add knots to it and stuff like that, but we're working pretty quick, so we're going to do it and move on. Also, if you haven't yet, I believe every time you turn this on, you have to reset tessellation, edit, scale 2. So we can see what we're working with. Mine's the cube right now, which is fine because we're going to be working with roughness. I'm going to have to check it, which also means I'm going to change this to Studio 4 so we have a little bit of high contrast on the back end of the cube. And we're going to want to actually leave this as a cube, which you can get in the scene view here. This is a rounded cube. Just so when we work with the roughness, we can see what it looks like in the dark and the light and in normal lighting as well. I like Studio 4 for that because it's high contrast. Okay, so with this we're going to blend. My opacity for this one is going to be it is going to be this, but I'm actually going to click off and then invert grayscale, and I'm going to plug this into that. And that's going to be my opacity node, and I'm just going to uniform color. I'm not even going to touch it because it needs to be black. I believe we want multiply on. No, we want add sub on, sorry. And then we're going to crank that way down just to get a little bit of extra darkness in those cracks, as you can see here. I'm going to bring these together here, and we're going to name this cracks. Awesome. Final thing we're going to do is we're going to blend one more time. Keep moving this back. We're going to go Clouds 2. We're going to put another blend node up here. This is going to be the opacity. We're actually going to turn it up like a lot. And I'm going to blend two uniform colors. with that, and these are actually both going to be varying shades of gray, so I'm going to do fairly light gray. Nothing too outrageous. That one's kind of the same. Let's turn it down a little bit. Yeah, and that's just going to give our nails some variance versus the wood so that they don't look like they're attached to the wood. They're going to look like it a little bit at first, but momentarily after we... So we're going to take the nails and plug this into this. Yep, and we got some nails that are gray, and as you can see, they totally look like they're attached to the wood right now, which is no problem. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. Which is no problem because the roughness is going to fix kind of what we're doing with that. So I'm going to call this one nails. Yeah. So as you can see, like you can tell where the nails are, but they don't look real good right now. I'm actually going to try some other. Let's see if we do add sub. No. Multiply, yeah, it just looks like inset, I think. Yeah, it's going to be white, gray. I think like a point, yeah, so just 0.6, 0.61. That's probably the right color for now. I don't want to do more work than we have to. So from there, we're going to take, we're going to do our roughness. So we're going to invert grayscale. I'm going to take my AO map right there. We're going to invert that. We're going to do histogram range. Yep. We're going to turn that way down. And turn the position a little up, and we're going to turn that a little way down. And we plug that into the roughness. It's going to be not a very rough or reflective surface. We're actually going to turn that even. No. Turn up the contrast a little bit. I think that color of gray, it's a little shiny maybe. Let's turn that up a little more. See, and oftentimes the dark spots are the spots that you want to look at. I think that's about the shininess that wood normally is. So we're going to plug in a blend. And that's going to make it really shiny because it's all black now. Hold on, I'm going to go to my pre-made one and just check what I did here. Yeah, oh, I used the levels to drop the histogram range. That's interesting. And then I just blended the grunge map. Okay. So I actually think I had a little more contrast to this. Yeah. And then I think I did levels before. Let's see. Yeah, and I dropped the gray just a little bit. And then I did a grunge map. And one of these looks like floor scratches. So I'm going to quickly, I think it's 12. Yeah, it is. 12 looks like, see, it's got some scratch texture to it. That looks no good. Is it add that I want? No. Is it multiply? Yeah, I think it's multiply. It is multiply. Wait. .4. See what that looks like on the top. Looks like there's some wear in the floor. Let's go maybe 0.6 on a multiply node. That's going to look like there's a lot of scratches, but we're really quickly going to drop the contrast on this and maybe drop the balance so it's not so pronounced, and then we'll go back. Let's up the balance a little bit. Let's go with that, and then we're going to drop this until it's barely visible. And it just looks like, as you can see, the roughness makes it look like there's been scrapes and imperfections in the floor. 0.45 maybe. Starting to see it. Is it too much on this? 0.4. Turn down the contrast. Turn up the balance. How does that look in the light? Looks like a nice scraped floor. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Is my tessellation on right now? Or does it switch back when I switch? So, apparently it switches on its own. This thing's got a mind of its own, guys. Let's see. Yeah, we have that. And then we're going to blend one more. Uniform color. Grayscale conversion, we're going to plug that into the top. It's going to be pure black, but we're just going to go and grab the nails again. And we're going to plug that into here. And I think I was I using an add? Maybe an multiply, add sub. Let's see. This is correct. You want these really shiny. Although I don't think they look very good, so I'm going to switch the color around a little bit. Let's see what happens if we do this. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Just darken them up a little bit. Let's see. Copy. Let's see. Still. What happens if I switch this? No. I thought not. The base and then this on top, it's just... Make the scale even bigger. The lighting looks fine on them. They just, because they're really shiny and the floor is not. I don't like the shade of gray that they are though. We just muted a bit, that might be. Does that look fine? Just a little bit muted. You can kind of see the wood through it when it's muted like this though. And then on the roughness map, yeah, they're pure black, that's good. So they should be maximum shiny. Let's see. Oh, that might be better. Just increase the height map just a little bit. Let's try 0.15. So if I increase the height map a little bit, then in that case, yeah. Maybe that'll do. 0.7. That looks way better, I think. I don't know about what you guys think. I'm going to quickly go to this, back it out. Let's see. Nope, wrong way. And then we're going to go to this one, and I'm going to really quickly bump these over just so they look like a little more even. Huh. That's not bad. Don't think there's any problems there. Let's kick these out. Top generator. Let's see, offset random. No. It's doing less offset, so 0.01. Looks like it's doing a little bit less offset at the top. I don't think there's anything we can do to fix that with the way that we've done this, maybe. Oh, offset 0. Yeah, that looks better, although I have to fix. Yep. I think that looks pretty good, and as you can see, when they hit the light now. Let's see, dark corner, when they hit the light, they reflect, and you can still see the imperfections in the grain. Anyways, I think that is pretty good. We're gonna really quickly name this roughness, just so if we ever go back into it, we can know what we were doing. Anyways, that looks pretty good, guys. Let's see how that looks. This will be airport is good for natural sunlight. This is how that would look like outside in the middle of a runway on a kind of cloudy day. I think it's pretty good. Roughness is up a little high, maybe. You can always tweak that. Studio lighting, Studio 3 is pretty good contrast. This is what it would kind of look like indoors in a well-lit room. I think that looks pretty good. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day.